There are a lot of board games that feature IPs, intellectual properties from movies or books, like Star Wars or maybe some other fantasy items that you could think of. But have you ever seen some that are unusual? Like, did you know that there was a Full House board game back in the day? You got it, dude. Well, a game with an unusual IP that I have in my collection, it actually comes from a movie from 1954, but the game is relatively new. So let's get an up-close look at Rear Window. Rear Window uses its unique IP to be a cooperative deduction game. One person is going to play the role of Alfred Hitchcock. They're actually going to be the director of the movie, and the rest are going to be the watchers, looking into windows and seeing who's connected to who, as well as if there is a murder. The director is going to have a screen like this, where they're going to have information that's hidden from the rest of the group. The watchers have a screen of their own, so they can keep up with the residents in the windows, who it might be, and how the game turns go, as well as pertinent information. The game, which takes a little less than an hour to play, is set up into 4 days. Each one will be shown like this, where the people are going to be trying to guess from cards that are going to be placed on these windows. The director is going to take a group of cards from this deck and go through them, deciding which one to put in each window. You see, these are very abstract cards. They might have colors of the watchers on them, but they kind of overlap in their information. If you ever played any other abstract games like maybe Dixit or something like that, you can kind of think of it in that way. And without speaking, the director is going to place 2 cards onto the windows to help give information to the watchers. Each watcher is going to be a character from the movie, which gives them a special power that they can use throughout the game. And the information that the watchers are trying to guess is pretty simple. They are trying to put a person with a certain attribute, like this person is the heartbroken and they are in room B. The watchers get to pick attributes from a set in this container right here, and then randomly the director is going to pick some of those to be the 4 that are going to be placed on the board in their hidden information. Okay, so A, B, C, and D, you solve those and you're going to win the game. But you might be wondering, why do the watchers have a screen? Like, if the director has to hide their information and can't speak to the group but only use the cards to communicate, I understand that. But why would the watchers not want to share everything with the director? Well, here's the rub of this game. Just like the movie it's based on, you don't know if a murder has really taken place. So amongst those attributes, the director is going to be also putting in a murder attribute. So it might be that one of the people is a murderer and the watchers don't know. And that's where the game changes from a co-op game of everybody to a director versus the rest of the watchers. And the watchers don't know if the director's on their team. Then why would the director help the watchers? Well, if they're on the same team, there's no murderer in the mix, they have to get all 8 pieces of information correct to win collectively. But if there is a murder in the mix, the director only wins if the watchers guess 6 or 7 of the items without guessing the murder. So they have to get close but not figure it out. The watchers win if they can figure out who the murderer was. And that's what keeps the game fairly balanced. The director has to continue playing well in order to get the watchers whether they're on their team or not, which adds a weird wrinkle to the mix. And so all of a sudden you don't know as a watcher whether the director's actually trying to help you out or not. But collectively, the director may be thinking, there is no murderer, I want you to listen to me and please figure out what I'm trying to show. I mean, do these cards help point to the color that represents the resident, or like this green here, or is it the couple that's shown in there, or the person in the painting, or is it that they're a writer because there's a typewriter on the table? That's where you're not sure, so you have to come up together and try to figure it out, and maybe the director on the next day can show you something that cements one of those rooms in your mind. Realistically, this game could work without the IP. It really is just a mystery game and a whodunit, which there are a lot of games of, but the IP really makes this thing sing. I mean, even the book that I showed before, it's set up like this is the accident that caused the crash for the main character and why they're looking through the windows in the movie, if you haven't seen it. And with it being Hitchcock, that whole idea of, is it really a murder or not, or is it all in your mind, like that plays through so many of his films, and it really shows through in this game. So I highly recommend Rear Window. Just a unique IP that I wasn't expecting to be good. It plays great with a group of gamers as well as not, and I just found it to be very compelling.